What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry that there was not a video on Wednesday. There was a lot of issues going on with me having to try and render a video. It just wouldn't work. Nothing was happening that I could do about it, and I just decided to tweet out saying that this was happening. I was trying to get the video out later on in the evening, but it wouldn't work. So you guys follow my Twitter, you will find out this information if anything does go wrong in the future, so make sure you do click the link in the description below to get yourself over there and follow me so you can keep up to date. Anyway, back to the point of the video. Today's video is top 5 locations to land on Fortnite Battle Royale. You guys probably already know there are quite a few decent locations to land depending on how much you play the game. Some of you may not know the best place to land, some of you may land at places that you thought are good but never turn out to be good. Some people may land at decent places anyway. But this video is just because I thought I'd help you guys out, for those who don't know or those who know but maybe just want to kind of see if there's any other locations they may want to go to instead of going to the same one you guys may possibly always go to. Now, these are my personal opinion because I find these places very good to go for the reason of loot, for the reason of kills, for the reason of mats or materials, and a lot of the time you do end up getting quite a lot of kills from these places, which obviously will end up you getting better and better loot and most likely winning the game. Obviously that then comes down to skill level as well, or just luck sometimes. Now I'm going to go back from 5 to 1, 1 being the best, 5 being the 5th best. None of these are much better than each other, but they are in an order just to make it a bit more easier for you guys. The first location is going to be Retail Row. Now I say Retail Row is pretty good because of the fact that there's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of loot, there's a lot of places where you can get mats from. A lot of people do end up going there every now and again. A few matches you'll find it pretty empty, but a lot of matches you'll find that there are quite a few people there. Now I quite like going here because of the fact that if you go to the buildings on the east side, the blacktop buildings, there are a lot of chests in them, there's a lot of loot, and then you can work your way towards the center of the map by going west through Retail Row, picking off people as you go, getting decent loot, getting some resources as well, and hopefully bringing out the win in the end. The 4th best location I would say to land is probably going to be Pleasant Park. This is because Pleasant Park, again, just like Retail Row, has a lot of buildings, a lot of resources slash mats to get, a lot of loot, a lot of chests. Quite a few people go there as well, so again you can get quite a few kills if you are one of those types of players who likes to get a lot of kills in one game. And this tends to end up getting you quite far into the game as well, because of the fact you're in the top left corner of the map. You can work your way down if the circle's down. Loot Lake, you can go through that. A lot of people will be there. Tilted Towers, of course, everyone knows that is where a lot of people do travel to, and therefore you can get more loot as you pass your way through the map. The 3rd location I would say is Dusty Depot. This is because Dusty Depot has 3 different depots, and each one will most likely have a chest in at least one every game, sometimes 2, maybe even 3 if you're really lucky. And then obviously down the middle of each one there are little alleys, and then in them there are sometimes a few loot items, maybe a gun, maybe some healing, maybe some shields. And as well as this, the other reason that makes Dusty Depot the 3rd best location is because of the fact that there are so many mats that you can get. There's a lot of wooden pallets that you can break, and if you break all the wooden pallets, break all the wooden crates, you end up about 600, 700 mats of wood by the time you leave there. If you do want to, you can break the metal things as well, but they don't really give you too much. Another reason Dusty Depot is good is there's a lot of ammo crates spawn around. There's always usually one on top of the truck outside, usually one in the far end Dusty Depot at north, there's one in the middle, normally one in the bottom as well. And as well as this, you can then travel onto the cargo truck or move onto the factory as well, and obviously there's trees between the two, so you're very close to another location that's very good. 2nd best location I would say Shifty Shafts. Now a lot of people go here, and I'm not too sure why, because Shifty Shafts has so many different places to get loot from. There's usually a lot of chests, there's a lot of places to get mats from, and there's quite a few surrounding areas. Obviously you've got Tilted Towers north of it, where a lot of people filter through. You've got Greasy Grove of the west, and then down south you have got the bridge crossing over to the other side of the map, which of course will have a chest on most of the time anyway. And the reason I go Shifty Shafts quite a lot is, one, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's busy. If it's busy, you get all those kills. If it's quiet, then you get all that loot for yourself. It's just very slow beginning of the game because there's not many people to kill. Again, I'm not too sure why not many people go here. Whenever I spawn there, a lot of the time it's quite empty, even though it is a decent place to land. Now my number 1 location I would probably gonna say is Tilted Towers. A lot of you guys are probably like, why Tilted Towers? It's just overcrowded all the time. What makes Tilted Towers so good is the loot, and you guys will know Tilted Towers is always heavily populated, and Tilted Towers just has so many buildings, so much loot, so many people. You can get all those kills, you can get all that loot, You can get all these resources from inside the buildings. It's just one of these places on the map that they've added and so many people go to for the reason that it is probably the best drop location in the game. Now, unless you're not a player that likes to actually land in Tilted Towers, I recommend going to one of the other ones. Most likely Dusty Depot if you're in a single or duo. If you're a squad, do not go Dusty Depot because there's not really enough loot there. I'd recommend going Pleasant Park or Retail Row. Shifty Shafts, more of a duo/solo game, and Tilted Towers is again probably the best place for a squad though, purely because of the fact there are so many resources and loot that you can obtain. Now do let me know in the comments below what you think about my top 5 locations to land, and if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know, and let me know why. Let me know which your top 5 are and how you would rank them and how and why you would land there instead of the ones I have suggested. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support on my channel recently. I have got some news coming out in the coming up weeks, so do make sure you stay tuned for that, and thank you again for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow me on Twitter guys to keep up to date, just in case something happens again like Wednesday where I couldn't get a video out for you guys. So I'm sorry about that, but then make sure you follow me on Twitter because you will find out if there is any issues like that ever again. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Easy go.